Om Shanti and greetings of peace. Welcome to Insights with Brahma Kumaris. In our last episode, we touched about mental and physical health and how can one attain happiness when one is mentally strong. One of the aspects Sister Meera talked about was meditation. We shall talk about it today. We are fortunate she's with us today. Om Shanti, Sister Meera, and welcome to the show.
Om Shanti.
Last time you talked about meditational aspect, right? What is meditation?
Meditation is an activity of the mind. Meditation means just right use of the mind. When we meditate, we do something that we do throughout the day, thinking. The only difference is when you are meditating, you are using your thought in a positive way. So that is why meditation is defined as channelizing the energy of the mind in a positive direction. But very often people have some misunderstanding about the definition of meditation. Every time I speak to people, they say to meditate means to sit with a lotus posture, eyes closed, and try not to think.
Yeah.
And they think they are meditating. They are thinking, I don't want to think. But in fact, that is not at all meditation, because you cannot stop thinking. It is the nature of the mind to think. So, just like it is the nature of the fire to burn, water to flow, I cannot stop thinking. I can only channelize the energy in a positive direction. So, I would say meditation is an art of positive thinking. It is not to suppress my mind, not to make my mind blank, or not to empty my mind from other thoughts. It is impossible. But of course, I can master my thoughts so that I can use the energy of the mind in the right direction. And Raj Yoga meditation has 3 steps. Journey within, journey upwards, and journey outwards. So what it means to go into the journey inwards is to become aware of myself, who I am, realize my true self, and then lift my consciousness, connect with the source of peace, and fill myself with the source of peace, and then return totally empowered. So when I practice this kind of positive thinking, it has a great impact on my physical health, first of all. Of course, there is an impact on my mental health and my relationship with others, as well as nature. Even the nature is affected by my state of meditation. So, but first of all, as they say, charity begins at home. I have to work on myself. How meditation helps me to keep well. And so, the first thing that happens through these positive thoughts is my immune system, which is a very important aspect in our living, is enhanced.
How is the immune system?
Because, usually when people are sick, because of their immune system is not working properly, it's low, resistance is low. And people take medication in order to enhance that immune system for the temporary period. But with meditation, you can automatically enhance that immune system because, in the brain, some kind of a hormone is produced, and that really creates a positivity, and that reaches to the immune system. So there is no other way, we can enhance the immune system of our body, either through prayers or meditation or kind of positive thinking. That is all people can practice. And secondly, with the practice of meditation, many people suffer from insomnia, sleeping sickness. They take tranquilizers every night to go to bed. So with meditation practice, because you go through relaxation, through meditation, so you are able to relax and detach yourself from the body before you go to bed, so you can have easily sleeping. So you overcome sleeping disorders. And thirdly, meditation helps to overcome emotional imbalance. Because today we are totally unaware of the existence of the soul. So there is a lot of imbalance in our emotions. So there is no maturity. So with meditation practice, I learned the balance. Balance of all type. Balance between my body and soul. Balance between my outer world and external world. Balance between my intellect and my mind. So it actually helps me. And most important thing is we can easily overcome diseases like heart attack, diabetes, bad habits, for example, drinking, smoking. These are all due to some spiritual experience missing in my life. So with meditation practice, I am able to help myself. It works like medicine.
Talking about soul, right? Can you just a bit more clarify what is soul and where it resides? How shall I make myself aware that there's a soul?
Of course, in Raj Yoga centers, we offer special lessons on soul and supreme soul and meditation, benefits of yoga. So one can always welcome to come and attend the lessons. But for your information, soul is nothing but the living energy in this body. You can call it consciousness, mind, atma, whatever, jyoti, and that resides in the center of the forehead. And that is why we always talk about the third eye being placed in the center of the forehead. And so, of course, when I meditate, I don't need to look at my forehead. It is thinking only. Who am I? Where I have come from? Why I am here? So with the practice of meditation, as I was mentioning to you, not only we have physical benefits, we don't ask people to meditate to cure their sickness. They have to go to doctor to get their medication, but with meditation practice, their duration of healing get less, and the percentage of medicine may be little, but they can combine meditation with medication to heal themselves. So meditation works in healing. But the important aspect is meditation also helps in our relationships, because when I am able to meditate, I am able to understand the other person better. And so I am able to have positivity. So with that positive energy, we are able to work much better. And as I was mentioning, meditation also has an impact on the nature. Today we see all the 5 elements of nature is against us. Somewhere there is flood, somewhere there is hurricane, which is tsunami, whatever. It is because we have abused the nature, we have misused it. And now with meditation, we begin to send out the positive vibration, which touches the elements of matter, and they begin to respond. And so even the nature can be served through meditation. Even our relationships can become better. Even we can improve our health also. But not only that, we can enhance our self-esteem, we can improve our mental power. Today the scientists say we only are using 10% of our mental energy. 90% of the mental energy is being lost. Wasted. So with meditation practice, we are able to channelize that 90% of our mental energy to empower ourselves. You see, because we are in an iron age and we are in the midst of many types of chaos, many types of problems, to remain calm in crisis, we need mental power. We need empowerment of the mind. We need spiritual powers.
Yeah, leave aside happiness, even to keep ourselves stable during...
Spiritual powers. You may be having a body, strong body, that is not going to help you to face the crisis. You may be having money power, that is not going to help you to face the crisis. You may having atomic energy, that is also not going to help. At the time of crisis, to remain calm, the spiritual powers. And those spiritual powers is what we gain through the practice of meditation. So meditation comes from the word mediri, which means to heal. If it is practiced in the right way, it can be healing physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But one thing what I have noticed is that people often mix up yoga with meditation. They think that yoga is to keep physically fit. Meditation is for those who are mentally not okay. But that is not the case. You start with meditation, creating positive thought, and you end with yoga. Yoga means union, connection. Of course, yoga is of two types, Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga. So Raja Yoga is considered to be the king of all the yogas. So when you are practicing Raja Yoga, it is understood that all other types of yogas are encompassing Raja Yoga. And so those of the listeners who are interested to experiment and explore and experience what is Raja Yoga meditation is all about, they are most welcome to come and take the Raja Yoga lessons that is given in our Raja Yoga centers around the world. It's free of charge. It takes only 7 days for 7 hours. And if you don't have that, if you want to have a crashed course on meditation, you can even have it for 3 days, 3 hours. So come and explore yourself what is meditation is all about. It is not connected with stop thinking. It is not connected with breathing. It is totally relaxing, Anyone at any time, anywhere can practice it.
So are there certain fixed times where you can practice meditation when you're saying anyone, anytime? Because people have this perception that for meditation you need to be really in a cool and calm place. You must sit in certain postures.
No, Raja Yoga meditation doesn't ask for any posture. That is why it is called easy Raja Yoga. But of course, I would say that the best time for meditation is early hours of morning before the sunrise and after the sunset. The reason is that the atmosphere is very clear, no pollution, and you don't need to sit in any posture. You can sit on the floor, you can sit on the chair. If you are sick, you can even lie down and meditate. There is no restriction. But first of all, you must learn the technique. That is very important. Without having the technique, just like you cannot drive the car without knowing how to drive it, you need an instructor. So same thing, once you learn the technique of meditation, then you can meditate anywhere at any time, in whatever action you are performing. And we prefer people to experiment meditation in action so that practically they can see the result. Because even though you are not chanting, Raja Yoga meditation is quite different from other types of meditation in a way that we practice meditation with open eyes. and we don't chant any mantras. We don't have any gurus.
Yeah.
It is a self-auto-suggestion method where you silent, it's connected with thought only. You are meditating, other people may not even know. But they can see the impact of your meditation on the quality of your action. If you are meditating and performing some action, for example, typing a letter in the office, so you will do it very precisely. Once you do it accurately. So accuracy, beauty, and quality are seen obviously in your action when you are meditative. When you are meditating, so it's not something that I need to do chanting something or closing my eyes.
Yeah, because people do talk about mantras and things like that.
Yeah.
Yes. How about any particular time when you said it's early morning and evening hours, right? What should a person do during that time when we are intending to meditate?
I'm inviting those who are interested to come and take the lessons, because in the lessons you need to understand in detail what is a soul, what is Supreme Soul, where I have come from, why I am here. So you need to have a little roadmap, a kind of direction. What is the sequence of thoughts I need to suggest to myself so I can start thinking on the basis of that. And of course, in the beginning, when you begin to meditate, you will have some distraction in the sense that other thoughts will come. I don't need to resist them. I don't need to suppress them. I just let them be. I continue with my technique that I have learned. So after some time, you master them, because it's my experience. I have been meditating for the past 50 years. And I feel like now it has become natural, but of course it has become natural with practice. And I have seen meditation becomes a way of life. You naturally begin to maintain that meditative thoughts even in a situation of chaos, because you know that you become an optimist, you see the best, everything will be okay. So you have patience, you are able to tolerate. So you automatically acquire certain spiritual powers, certain virtues which was not there before, and then you are able to use them at the time of needs.
I think you brought up that thing which was very beautiful, because most of the time people say about practicing, right? So lately I did hear this one of the statements that when people say practice makes a man perfect, a lot of times still people say I'm practicing, but things are not falling in place, just because maybe there's one aspect that we are actually missing. If we are practicing something which is not right, so you will not get the result.
Yeah.
But so perfect practice makes you perfect as well.
Actually, what I would like to say that there are 4 ingredients we need to keep when we begin to practice meditation. First is the right method, right technique. Secondly, consistency, in the practice. Means I need to practice according to the method. Then thirdly, consistency. And fourthly, combining meditation in action. So if I can keep these 4 ingredients, and then together with that, I would suggest you need to have 3 P's. Not just practice, but together with practice, if you want to perfect your practice, you need to have patience. Rome was not built in a day. You cannot attain peace of mind, or you cannot attain control over your mind overnight. So you need to have patience and then perseverance. Stay input until you reach your goal. So those of you who are really interested to practice meditation and attain that total control of your mind, then you need to keep the 3 P's. practice, patience, and perseverance. And I'm sure and that is going to help people to attain. But sometimes, people do ask me, how many hours do you meditate during the day? They ask me. I said, I don't count the number of hours, but I have certain time that I don't want to miss. So, for example, early morning before sunrise, say 4 to 5, then 5:30 to 6, in the evening 6:30 to 7:30. So these are my fixed time. I will somehow make myself available to sit in meditation. But the impact of that meditation actually brings result in my daily life, because then I have my own responsibility also, physically and socially. So when I'm fulfilling those responsibilities, this meditation practice, the powers, the virtues that I have gained helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. When you talk about morning and evening, that reminds me, particularly singers and musicians, right? Even they practice early hours in the morning, and even when we talk about evening hours, right? They do say that even animals go home. So just make your time available for that time, and give that time to yourself.
Even otherwise, I remember my mother always used to say that, don't wake up too late studying. Sleep early and get up early in the morning and study. Your memory power will be very good. So you are able to remember what you have studied. So she never allowed us to wake up too late when we were students in the college. But she will wake us up in the morning to study. And so I see the benefit, because the atmosphere is very clean. It's silent. You can absorb better. But of course, when you want to attain something, you need to sacrifice something.
I do see that in my kids these days, but just before the exam, a day before, they'll sleep early, but they'll make it a point, they get up in the morning around 4. And even if they are studying less, they are still performing good. So I feel, that really helps, because that's the time the atmosphere is really very calm and quiet. And your mind is already very relaxed. So whatever you are putting on this blotting paper at this juncture, it gets absorbed well. So you're able to deliver.
I think meditation means to think anything positive is meditation. That is not. Like suppose, for example, I want to pass in the exam. So I'm thinking, I will pass, I will pass, I will pass. That is meditation. That is not meditation, because meditation is different from just thinking positive. That's a good thought, Instead of having a negative thought, I'm going to fail, you are creating positive thought. But don't consider that as meditation. To come and learn the real meditation as it is, you're most welcome at any time to our centers. Please call us, make an appointment, and it's free of charge, no obligation. If you don't like it after you have taken lessons, you're free. So I'm sure you would like to experience yourself, try, test, and taste yourself, and then you will be able to accept what the result it will bring.
Thank you for being on the show, Sister Meera. We really enjoyed this journey of happiness, and we look forward to some other aspects with you again. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Journey of happiness, we touched about various aspects, and we found out that it's not only the physical health, but even the mental and the spiritual health which brings us the true happiness. We shall touch about how to meditate and what are the aspects of meditation in our next topic. Till then, enjoy this reflection. Om Shanti. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. ये ध्वनि मंगल ध्वनि है. Om Shanti Om. This sound is a sacred sound. Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul.